My name is Devi Kamla, working as a biological science teacher at Atmikul KTD. How are you all? I think you are all fine. Today we are going to start our 7th class lesson, that is food components. Children, now you are all at home now. What you are doing? Early morning you are getting, and after that what you are doing? You are brushing your teeth. And then you are taking milk, tiffin, or you are taking some food items. Is it right? Okay. So today we are going to learn the things which you are eating contain some food components. The things which you are eating contain some food components. So today I am going to teach or say the importance of the food components, because these food components contains some useful values which are useful to our body. So today, first of all, in these food components we would like to learn about the ingredients. To prepare food, for example, to prepare rice, what does your mother take? What are the things that your mother take? Okay, your mother will take rice, water and salt. Okay. So here we can see that the rice, water and salt, these are called as some ingredients. In these ingredients, all of you look at this chart, children. Here we can see some pulses. Some pulses are there, dry fruits are there, and some beans are there, and some food items are present in this chart. Okay. I think all of you are seeing this chart. Once you observe closely to this, then if you find in this chart there are so many kinds of food ingredients. Okay, these are called as food ingredients. With these food ingredients, what we are preparing means we are preparing food. What is the use of ingredients means? Ingredients help, or ingredients are used to prepare tasty food. Okay, ingredients are used to prepare tasty food. Without ingredients we cannot prepare any food. Okay. So in this food chart we can find different kinds of ingredients are present. So in this chart we can find different kinds of ingredients are present. Now let us know the essential components. Let us know the essential components or essential food components that are present in our food. Okay. Every day, early in the morning, what we are taking? We are taking idli, dosha, or milk, or some other kinds of food materials. Okay. Every day in large quantities, we are taking rice and dal. If we see in the rice, carbohydrates are present in the rice. What is the use of carbohydrates to our body means? If we take carbohydrates, we get energy to our body. If we want to work, what do we need? We need energy. We need energy to work. So, to get energy, which kind of food materials we have to take? We have to take carbohydrates. So, in these carbohydrates, or if we take rice, potato, here we can see some of the, in this chart we can see potato is there, okay, and some pulses rice is there. If we see in these food products or in this food, we can say that carbohydrates are present a lot. Okay, children? So, first food component name is carbohydrates. What is the use of carbohydrates means? Carbohydrates gives energy to our body. Okay, students, did you understand about the first food component? Here we have learned about the carbohydrates, that is the food components which is present in this lesson. Okay? Did you understand all of you? So these carbohydrates are largely consumed by our body. So these are the large food components which we need. Okay. To test the presence of carbohydrates, here we are going to do an experiment with a rice. Okay, so in this test tube I have taken a little bit of rice in the test tube, and I am taking some iodine solution. So to this food material, now I am going to add this iodine solution. Okay. I am changing the food material into this test tube. Okay. So first the rice color is white in color. Now it has been changed into the blue color. Okay. With this blue color, we can identify, or we can say that this food material contains carbohydrates. With this experiment, we can say that carbohydrates are present in this given food material. Okay, students, did you understand or did you enjoy with this experiment? Then, now we are going to learn about the second food component, that is proteins. Okay. So here, first of all, we have to learn that carbohydrates are also called as energy. If we have not eaten the food, what happens to us when we get up early in the morning? We feel little bit tired, or we feel we are not energetic today. Okay. From that, what we can say? We can say that we have consumed less amount of carbohydrates, or the energy giving food is not sufficient in our body. So when we take this carbohydrates, what does we get? We get energy to our body. And the second food component is the proteins. With these proteins, what is the use of proteins to our body means? With these proteins, we get growth. Okay. So children, when we see a small baby near our house, at the first month of the baby born, what happens? She or he will be very small. After that, what? After a few months, if we see that baby, we can say that the growth of the baby will be changed. Here, what we can observe? We observe the growth that has been changed. Okay. How does the baby get that growth, or how does the baby change her growth means? With the help of proteins. So during the small or during the newborn babies, what they are eating? They are drinking milk. In that milk, we can find that proteins are present in the milk. Okay. From this, we can say that the proteins are mainly present in the milk, dal, meat, and other pulses. So all of you look at the chart here, students. So milk. What does the milk contain? This milk contains proteins. Okay. And also we are saying that milk, meat, eggs, these are protein giving foods. Okay, students. With the help of proteins, what happens to our body? Our body gets growth. Did you understand the second food component, students? Okay? Did you understand? Right. So this is the second food component that we learned from the food component lesson. Have you understand? So here, these two food components, that is carbohydrates and proteins, these two are largely consumed by our body. That means our body needs lot of carbohydrates and proteins. And third food component is the fats. If we see these fats and vitamins and minerals, these two food components are not largely consumed by our body. So these fats and vitamins, these both food components are consumed less by our body, are consumed less by our body. That means our body consumes only a little amount of fats, vitamins and minerals. These fats, vitamins and minerals are also a type of food components that are used for body. Did you understand all of you? So here in these food components, the essential food components are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. These two food components, that is proteins, are largely consumed by our body, and fat, vitamins and minerals, these three compounds are consumed less by our body. Did you understand all of you? Okay, now I would like to explain you about the nutritional information or nutritional values that we are taking every day. So here I have taken a Lay's packet. In this Lay's packet, if we turn it to the back side, we can find the nutrition information is present in that packet. Here they have used to prepare Lay's. They have used proteins, carbohydrates, sugars and fats. These are the food components which are present in the Lay's packet. Okay? These proteins here, they are given or they are showing in the form of grams. That is 445 grams of proteins are used to prepare this Lay's, and 174 grams of carbohydrates are prepared to prepare this Lay's packet, and 26 grams of sugars are used, and 171 grams of fat are used to prepare this Lay's. So here in these food components, these nutritional values which are present in this Lay's packet, we can find that proteins, carbohydrates, sugars and fats. These are the food components which is present in this Lay's packet, and we can say that, or we can find proteins are largely used, and if we see the sugars or that are minerals, these are required only in less amount. From this packet we can identify that proteins and carbohydrates are consumed by our body in a large quantity, and whereas sugars and fats are consumed less to our body. Did you understand, students? Have you understood? Okay. Then if you see the fats, in these fats are mainly present in the oil foods and the milk products which we obtain from the animals, that are from milk we get curd, geese, etc. All from this we can get the food component fats, and then vitamins and minerals. Where does we get these vitamins and minerals? Means we get vitamins and minerals from the vegetables, fruits and some other nuts. Okay, students? We get vitamins and minerals from the fruits, vegetables and some other nuts. Have you understand, all of you? So now I am going to show you another experiment. That is, the second experiment is, here we are going to test the proteins. To test the proteins, what do we need? Means we need copper sulfate and potassium hydroxide solutions, and also we need some milk. Okay, in this test tube I have taken some milk. To this test tube, what I am going to do means I am going to test the proteins in the given food materials, whether this milk contains proteins or not. So I have taken some milk in this test tube, and I am adding some copper sulfate solution, and another one is potassium hydroxide solution. These two solutions are taken in a test tube, and now I am adding these solutions to this milk. Okay. Now we can find a little bit change in the milk when I pour these solutions. Then we can find a light purple color is observed in the test tube. By this we can confirm that the milk contains proteins. Okay, when we take the protein food items, when we test with the help of copper sulfate and potassium hydroxide, what happens? The color will be changed, or the indication color is purple or violet color. If the food material turns into purple or violet color, we can confirm that the given food material contains proteins. Okay, student, did you understand, all of you? Right? Okay. Next. And the next food component which is used by our body is water. Important food component is water.
Okay. Water.
All of you know about water now? Is there anyone who doesn't know about water? I think all are familiar with the water. So, if you see this test tube, I have taken a little bit of water. All of you are observing, I think. So, now we are going to learn about the importance of water. That is the next food component which is present in this lesson. Why do we need water? Say, students, why do we need water? Water is a basic need to our life. Okay, without water we cannot live. As the air, water and food, these are the basic needs to our body. So, here I have taken a test tube for this to show the importance of water. I am going to do an experiment. Here I have taken a cotton, a little bit of cotton here I am taking. Now I am going to immerse this cotton into this test tube. Okay, see all of you, I am taking a little cotton and now I am immersing this cotton into the test tube. Is the cotton moving freely into the test tube? No, it is not moving. It is stuck in here. In the same way, while we are eating food, our food enters into our mouth and then it enters into our food pipe. Okay. So now we will consider this as a food pipe. Now I am sending some food material into this food pipe. Now it is not moving. It's stuck in my test tube, or it's stuck in the food pipe. So what happens? Now I took some water. Now I took some water. Now I am pouring this water on this cotton. And then I kept this cotton and I am immersing this cotton into the test tube. Now you can find that the cotton is moving easily. Is it not? Is it moving or not? The cotton is moving now. From this we can say that the water is used for the movement of the food which we are taking into a food pipe, or it helps in the digestion process, and the water helps to be mix the food. Did you understand, all of you? And then now I am going to say you an important thing, that is fibers. So we have learned about the food components which we are taking every day contains a lot of vegetables and fruits. We are saying no. What is the use of these fruits and vegetables? Why should we take these fruits, vegetables and leafy vegetables? Means in these fruits, vegetables and leafy vegetables, we can find some fiber food is present. Some fibers are present. What is the use of fibers? Means every day we are taking food. After that, what happens to our body? It gets digested in our stomach. excreted from our body. Is it right? Yes. So every day we are taking food, it is getting digested in our stomach and then it will be released as an excretory product. When the digested food releases some excreted food, what happens? It has to be sent out from our body. Here we can, in some people we can find that they are feeling very difficult to get rid of waste materials which are present in their body. So whenever we go to the washroom, what happens? We are not able to release the waste products from our body freely. For this, what we have to take means to get the waste materials which are present in the body, to get rid of that or to move freely from our body, we have to take some fiber food. So where does we get this fiber food means? We get fiber food from the vegetables and fruits. For example, we can find that red gourd, birakaya, sorakaya, some other kinds of food we can find when we like to twist the when we like to twist the red gourd. What happens? We cannot cut it freely. Okay, we cannot cut it freely. Then we can find some fibers, thread-like structures are present in the red gourd. Okay, that thread-like structures which are present in the red gourd are known as fibers. Okay, these fibers helps to send the waste products. Okay, these fibers helps to go free motion. Okay, free motion will be done with the help of the fibers. If we do not get these waste materials get rid of our body, what happens? We get sick. Without falling any ill or sick, every day we have to send the excretory products in the form of motion. Every day we are sending it into the out. Did you understand up to here, all of you? So this is the importance of the fibers. And then in this lesson we are mainly focusing or mainly telling you about the importance of the food components. So everyone, the children who are watching this video has to take all kinds of food components. That means carbohydrates should be included in your food, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals and water and rough phases. Okay, rough phases are nothing but dietary food materials. So if we take all these food materials, what happens to our body? Our body gets a sufficient or a balanced diet. Or the food we are taking, the food which we are taking contains a balanced diet of food. That means we are sufficient with these food materials. If any food material is less to our body, it makes us ill. So kindly students, now you are all at home now. Whatever your parents are preparing and giving to you, you have to take every kind of food. Okay. Now we are in the pandemic time now, so you have to take some precautions also. Students, are you taking? Well, I am thinking that you are wearing mask, you are maintaining social distance. I think you are not going out of your houses. Okay students, be careful, be safe, and also watch the videos which we are sending to your mobiles. Up to here, did you understand students?